All right, good Sunday morning. Checking in from Twin Pines Camp. Hey, what's better than coffee and coffee cake to kick off a Sunday? Yeah, we're getting the kitchen set up here. Got a little trash can here, good size for the coffee pods. Whoop, boom, there you go. Got extra supply of coffee pods down there, and keep my bread there. And then I got a whole case more of coffee back there. So we got coffee covered. But yeah, it was better than coffee cake. See, I've already had some. Too much, probably. Yeah, getting the kitchen set up like I was saying. Got the toaster, coffee maker. Getting some of this accoutrement stuff set up over there. Garbage bags. I thought it was funny. I gotta put this away now that I see it. I thought it was funny to see the oranges there. I went to Walmart and I'm like getting provisions. I'm like, I could get some bananas, and I don't eat a lot of fruit, but yeah, felt like thing to do. And get some Florida oranges, So again, you're in Florida. So you would think that there'd be signs all over the Florida grocery store saying Florida oranges. Nope. I couldn't find anything that said Florida oranges. I read the bags. Some said California, like the little cuties or whatever they're called, I guess. They said they were from Chile. And then the ones I bought, they just say USA. They don't say Florida, so I don't know if I got a Florida orange or not. So, but anyway, yeah, we're just chilling out here. Gus is enjoying a little sunshine there. There's the Twin Pines again, blue sky. There, the Twin Pines, blue sky, and going to be 71 today, and then it's going to start to warm up. 71, then they're going to get up to like 79 like Tuesday, and then I see it's going to like cool off again and get back into the 60s, which is fine. It feels like Michigan. You don't like the weather? Wait a minute. So, and plus, it's been getting cold at night, but that feels like camping to me, so I don't know. I'm having a great time. So, I want to share a few things I added to this RV. I had that put in by one of the RV techs, and he got it in there right on one of the joists or something in there, and that thing's good and sturdy. So, got to stay organized here in the RV. It's a limited amount of space, but I still got a ways to go. But in this space up here, I started putting that's onions and potatoes and apples as a little place to store those. So anything that's up high is easier for me with a bad back. You don't want to be getting down in these cupboards to get stuff. So yeah, as long as I'm giving a tour. That was kind of cool this morning. I stocked this RV up, and this morning I was able to resupply. So that worked out good. And yeah, this is full of silverware and measuring cups and stuff like that, measuring bowls and serving tray, that kind of stuff. So that one is, more like kitchen. And then these two are more pantry, I would say. So back there, that's the RV manuals, and back there's some more electronic stuff. But these are all like plastic bins, they got lids on them, and so they're all full with all my favorite snacks. And then when I go to the store, I take everything, when I'm traveling like this, I take everything out of the boxes and leave the boxes at the Walmart. I just put everything in the trash can there, plus all my trash. Sorry, Walmart, but they got garbage cans out there, so I use these little trash cans like this. So they're not huge trash bags, so they're nice. So when you're traveling, you get rid of your trash at the gas stations, Walmarts, rest areas. So you want a small bag. You don't want to be coming there with a big, tall kitchen garbage bag wandering around trying to find a place to stuff that. So yeah, again, it's just good to be organized, and I bought a bunch of garbage I shouldn't be eating. But when's the last time I had Oreo mega stuff? I'd never had a mega stuff Oreo before. Friggin' delicious. So hopefully I can pace myself on those. Yesterday, first day I had them, ate a whole row of them. So hopefully they'll last 3 days, a row each day. And still got plenty of paper products, and I think I shared before I put that net up there. And I got more paper products, but I just tried to buy a bunch of stuff that I could. Because when I get on the lot, I like to stay on the lot. So then up here is more storage of, there's that boxes full of coffee pods, that's chips, and this is bread and bagels and stuff like that I store up there, up out of the way. Light, it doesn't, hurt it to be up there. And that water jug worked out great. I filled that up with water before I left home, so that worked out really good. I don't know why my hand's in the shot. So yeah, that was a trick I learned. That worked out well. And then going around in circles. The other thing that happened was I put all the canned goods that I bought. I keep those low because they're heavy. Because this still is my daily driver. Not that I go anywhere every day, but so I try to get it set up so at any minute I can put the coffee pot in the sink and off we go, right? So let me take a swig of this coffee, and I gotta tell you a little story about what happened yesterday morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Shane Gillis. That's a new comedian I just found, and he's on a podcast. I love watching podcasts. The volume's turned off that one, but I find a new person, and that guy's name is Bert. He's super funny. He's got a show called, a podcast called Something's Burning. I've been watching those. Those are hilarious. So thanks to my Starlink, I have great internet, so I can watch all kinds of YouTube, and I've got TV as well. So so that works out great. But anyway, I started to say what happened yesterday morning was I woke up and it gets cold. It gets into the 30s here at night, and I woke up. The RV was freezing cold. The propane, which is the only thing I have for heat, ran out through the night, and I knew it was low. And I don't know. I get out camping like this. I just don't want to leave. I just like to be set up, and it's almost a game to see how long I can go with the provisions and the elements and whatever the situation is. It's kind of just, I don't know why, it's just a little game I've seemed to play where I try to go as long as I can without leaving. So, but I finally had to go get propane yesterday, and I try to think through all these systems, and I ended up buying the heater yesterday. Is what I'm rambling on about right there, and so now I can run because I'm not used to having a power pole. I'm not used to. I don't go to campgrounds, so I'm not used to that. So this place has full hookups. And so it's like, why not use the electric for heat instead of burning up all my propane? Then I could save my propane for my hot water heater, because that, again, is only propane. It's not a both. And so I could save it for that, and I could save it for cooking, which I already shared. I don't do a lot of cooking in here because that's why I set up the outdoor kitchen outside, because the smoke alarm goes off in here. You start cooking too much, and then you're always trying to open the vents up and the windows up, and no, it's just easier to go cook it outside. So anyway, I had to buy that heater so that I would use that, and I used that last night, and on low it works fine. It kept the RV very comfortable. I got into the 30s last night, and I didn't wake up cold. I didn't wake up this morning like, oh my God, I got to turn the furnace on. It's freezing in here. Not at all. I did come out and kick this thing up on high. I'm like, okay, and I put this blanket up, which I shared before. I put this divider up here, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a moving blanket. And this came with the RV, but to put across there as a screen, I guess. But there's also a piece I left at home that it's a flat mattress part that goes across here, and there's a ladder on it. And it's like, I don't want that. I want this open so I can walk in and out of there easy. But anyway, so I covered that up this morning. And I'm like, all right, we're going to go for maximum heat. So I kicked that thing on high and had this all covered up. I'm like, all right, let's kick it around. Let's get her warmer. It was very comfortable. I wanted to just get it hot. So sure enough, I went over to the coffee maker to make another cup of coffee, and no power at the coffee maker. I was like, shoot, what happened? Sure enough, let me take a sip here of this coffee. I talk too much and my coffee goes cold. Sure enough, the little heater down there, you can't run it on high. It blows the fuse. So, which was another learning thing, because I'd never had a fuse blowing here before. So again, I've only had this thing RV for a few months and a few trips, so I knew where the panel was and all that. It's it's easy. It's just right down there by the door. Open it up. Sure enough, it looks like your breaker box, just like at home. And two of the breakers are popped, so I flip those back over and say, okay, can only run this on low, so which is fine. But yeah, it cracks me up too because I try to think through all this stuff before I leave, and I had my hand on my radiator heater, tower radiator heater, because you want something that's, I don't want to listen to a fan, and I don't want anything that's going to be a fire hazard. So they all have that tip over protection, but there's nothing that's really hot to the touch on those. Same thing with the radiator. I imagine those are hotter. But anyway, I left it at home thinking, hey, you can't bring everything, you're going to have this thing so weighted down, blah, blah, blah. So I left it. Sure enough, ended up buying one, but that works good. So yeah, that was the lessons learned so far and kind of the setup so far. And yeah, it's going great. I'm having a good time. Today's Sunday. And I think I told you it's going to be like in the 70s, which is going to be awesome. And I'm going to have to root for maybe the Florida Gators. Maybe that's college. All right, I got to get to Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing, and I got to watch them as being a resident of Florida for the winter. So, all right, hope you have a good Sunday. I rambled on way too long. See you.